Hello and welcome to 5-Minute Math. Today we are looking at the 8th grade concept of comparing simple interest. This is standard 8.12a in the great state of Texas, and we are using item number 4 of the 2021 released STAAR test. If you have not done so already, please go ahead and take a moment to pause the video, work this problem out on your own, unpause it, and we will look at our answers together. So, a customer is going to borrow $12,000 to buy a car. Which loan option is going to be the least amount? All right, so we're looking for the least amount of interest, and we are going to use the same type of interest rate. This is going to be simple interest rate. All right, so simple interest has a pretty simple, thankfully, formula. And if you're ever trying to remember what it is, go ahead and take a look at the mathematics chart that is provided with the math test, because it is on there. Simple interest is PRT. So if I wanted to spell that out a little bit more, we're going to take our principal, which in this case, the principal is going to be $12,000. Principal is the amount of money you are borrowing. So $12,000 is the principal. That's going to stay the same for each of these. We're going to multiply that by the R, stands for rate. So that is your interest rate. And that changes for each of our answer selections here. And then the T is just the length of time. Can be months, can be years. So we've got all of these that are months and years right here. It doesn't matter if it's months or years. The only thing, if you're comparing them, you need to use the same unit for both. You don't want to compare one possible solution that has months and another that has years. You need to convert them into the same time signature, or the same time right there. So that's really what we're going to do. We're just going to take this $12,000, multiply it by the rate and the time. Seeing as how every single one of these has the exact same principal, we can actually just kind of skip that for now. We can just look at our A, B, C, and D. And what we could do is we can just look at the rate times the time. All right, so each of these rates is going to be in a percent. All right, so 5.2. We've got 4.2, 4.7, 8.4. In order to multiply these, we want to look at them as a decimal. So how do we change from a percent to a decimal? Well, we move the decimal over once, twice to the left. So the 5.2% is really 0.052. 4.2 is 0.042, so on and so forth. And so let's take a look at this A. So this, if we wanted to, we can multiply by 12,000. But I just want to see which of these is going to be, has the lowest rate times the time. So my rate is 0.052. That's my 5.2%. Multiplied by, it's got 4 years. So if you want, you can go ahead and grab your calculator. And that is going to equal 0.208. We don't know if that's good or bad until we kind of look at the other ones. So G has got, oh, I said A, B, C, or D. I guess it's F, G, H, or J. You knew what I was talking about. H, J. 0.042 times 5 years. Lower interest rate, more years. So let's see what that's going to look like. Oh, 0.21, actually a little bit more. It's 0.21. I'm going to put a 0 there just for comparison's sake. H is got, that's going to be way too big. Look at that, 0.47, but it's times 6 years. 0.047 times 6 years, yeah. 0.282. And then J is, oh my gosh, look at that interest rate, 0.084 times 3, even though it's just times 3 years, is higher, 252. So our answer here is F.